Welcome to the Voices of the Goddess podcast. We believe that there is a goddess inside each and every one of us. When we use our voice to share that goddess, we support and uplift each other. Join us each week as we interview women to receive the message of their goddess within. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Voices of the Goddess podcast, where we empower, inspire, and uplift women to become the goddesses they are meant to be. I am Julietta. I am a physical therapist here in South Florida. I'm a Midwestern raised from Wisconsin, and I've been a PT for 30 years now, which is just crazy because I guess I started when I was 5 or something like that.
Do you see the cattail behind you?
Yes, I have. Here's Merlin for those who are watching on video. He had to come and say hi to all of the goddesses.
His tail
loves goddesses. Yes.
His tail went behind
his
you.
Tail is so long. His tail is so long. And so yes, I'm a cat mom. I have 2 cats. Merlin, as you all met, he's my soulmate. And then I also have Sekhmet, which Sekhmet is the lion-headed goddess of ancient Egypt. And when I got Sekhmet, she's a Persian, but she had a lion cut because, anyway, she's a rescue. But she's not a cat. She's an alien. So I guess I can say I'm an alien mom. But enough about me. Let's hear about you, Allyson.
Hello, everybody. My name is Allyson Mancini, and I'm a holistic nutritionist. I also live in South Florida and originally from Michigan, but I'm currently coming to you from Texas while visiting my daughter at college. And this is the beauty of the internet and some of the benefits of going through the pandemic is we can do this stuff from anywhere, right? I am also a holistic nutritionist and a human resources director for the Gold Digger Girl, and a podcast co-host with my amazing partner, and a dog mom and a human mom of 2 young adults, 25 and 22, and a wife to an amazing husband. So I think that pretty much covers all my //.
You know what else you are?
What?
You're an amazing friend.
Thank you. So are you.
I appreciate you so much.
I appreciate you too, especially on these days. Crazy.
So, we're doing this book club, the whole gratitude month for November, which is super cool. And in the book that we're reading this month, which is called Wake Up Grateful, one of the concepts that I love, and I've really done a lot of work around shifting that over the last few years for myself. And it's been such a gift for me. Like, I want to share it with the world. And that is the distinction between have to and get to. Mm-hmm. And, so often we think I have to do these things. I have to do these things. No, be grateful. We get to do these things. So, I could say I have to do this podcast. But no, I get to do this podcast.
Yes.
It just has a whole different energy to it when you shift that. So I'm also doing laundry. I don't have to do laundry. I get to do laundry. It's my work laundry. So someone said to me, you should have a service do that or whatever. And really, I don't create enough laundry to have a service. I don't have the intention of ever growing to that aspect. I've already done that before. I've had big clinics and had laundry service done, but I've chosen at this stage of my life that I really just enjoy working on my own, which means I produce just a much smaller quantity of laundry. Mm-hmm. So I get to do that laundry. And every once in a while I catch myself like, oh my God, there's so much laundry. And then I go, but it's so amazing that I get to do this laundry because that means I got to help a lot of people this week in their healing. And
so I love that you say that. Go ahead, finish your thought.
That was pretty much it. But it just I can do my laundry with joy and love instead of going, it's one more chore I have to do,
So that's interesting to put it in that perspective because I know we talk about this a lot, but let's be real, saying it and doing it are two totally different things, right? Like it takes practice to always be in that mindset. So it's funny because I was talking to somebody last night, because I'm in Texas visiting my daughter. And, you know, for those of you that are listening that have children that are off at college, when you see them again, you suddenly do everything again. Though they're capable of doing it themselves because they live on their own now, you revert back to doing everything. Laundry, clean. So yesterday, I got to do Lexi's laundry. I also got to clean her bathroom.
I think I would have drawn the line there, but anyway, it's your choice. You get
to. I have to use the bathroom too. I'd like it to be clean. So, but the interesting thing about that is, if I look at it from that perspective, I know because of the community that we live in South Florida, I live in Coral Springs, which is right next to Parkland. And, you know, Parkland had the school shooting 5 years ago and 17 families lost their high school age children. And I know some of these families, and they're now going through, they've started the trial and they're going through different lawsuits and stuff. And as we're talking about this, I'm like, you know what? I get to do her laundry. They don't get to do their laundry anymore. And for that, I need to be like that, just like took a serious gut punch. Like, I'm like, feel like I'm going to cry because that is the way to look at things. Like, I don't know what Lexi's future has in store and what my future has in store. So even though it may be a job that's not really fun to do, like cleaning her bathroom, I am so grateful I get to spend this time with her and be with her and clean her bathroom, because there are a lot of people out there that just can't right now. So
yes,
that's my get to.
Yes. All right. Great message. And we have a guest that we get to bring on.
She's so awesome. I'm so excited.
I am excited that she's
Alicia,
joining us.
hello.
Hi.
Hello.
How are you, ladies? You're beautiful.
Oh, you are
So
too.
are you.
Thank you. Allyson, it's funny. I'm also in Coral Springs too.
Oh, so you're right by me.
Yes,
okay.
I was born and raised in Miami. Cuban parents, but I'm a transplant to Coral Springs.
All right, well, let's talk about that later. That's awesome. So we want to welcome you here to our show. We're so excited to have you today, and we would love for you to introduce yourself and tell our audience a bit about you.
Absolutely. My name is Alicia Boateng, and I am, together with my husband, the founders of Alicia Boateng Designs, and we create cups that empower women.
They're so incredible.
I love that. Like, I know you have some with you, and some people are going to be listening to this on the podcast, so they're not going to be able to see this. But if you're watching on YouTube, or even if you're listening on the podcast, go watch the video, because you have to show these in the video. Check these mugs out. They're
absolutely. So let me give you a little bit of a back history as to why I started these cups. I'm obsessed with my coffee. Like, seriously, I've drank the same brand of coffee for 25 years. That dates me, but it's okay. And, you know, I just enjoy it. I enjoy the coffee. I love the smell, the taste, everything about my coffee, right? And one day I was drinking out of a regular cup, and probably a Disney cup, because I do love to collect the Disney cups. And I said to myself, if only my cup was as beautiful and as enlightening as my coffee is, because I enjoy it so much. Mm-hmm. And so immediately right after that thought, I went and grabbed my pen and my paper, and I just started drawing some stuff. And I'm not an artist in that sense of the word, but
yes,
so
you are.
I started drawing stuff. And then I said, you know what, let me gather I had some stones here, and I just said, let me just put something together. And so the first cup that I created, her name is Felicia. I don't have her with me right now, but just so you have an idea, this one is Carrie. And so I named her Carrie after Carrie Bradshaw, Sex and the City.
I need Carrie in my life. I love her.
So this one is Tiffany.
So cute. Love it.
I love the sparkles. I'm such a girly girl. This one, back in 2019, I had a pop-up shop at the Coral Square Mall,
Mhm.
And I did some Hanukkah decorations and stuff like that, and crafts that I sold out really, really quickly, because there really isn't a local shop that sells stuff for Hanukkah like that.
Mhm.
And so this was just it was just an idea, and it sold. It did amazing. So this is the Hanukkah, what I call my Hanukkah Hamsa. So the topper, it's a fun little topper with the menorah and the little dreidel. And I also have, you can just switch out the topper, and this is called the Hand of God, and it goes with the same cup, the Hamsa.
Can you buy the toppers separately, or do they always come as a set with a mug?
Yes, you can buy it separately.
Okay.
I usually try to sell it as a set, because obviously that's what makes it. That's what makes the cup. But yes, if you wanted to buy it separately, you can.
Okay, you have to show the nativity one too, just real quick.
Oh, yes. So as I was telling you guys, I'm obsessed with nativities, and I found this gorgeous one at Hobby Lobby.
Mhm.
So this actually inspired me to create this one.
I love it. I just love it. And this is the
So
thing. You know,
I made this. I'm sorry. I made it out of cinnamon sticks to create the nativity, and it says "Oh Holy Night."
It's beautiful.
Thank you.
This is, you don't have to be a coffee drinker. You could drink tea, and these would make your tea look beautiful too.
Absolutely.
I love
And
it.
you know what? I actually use some of them to eat my ice cream.
That's a good idea. You know what? I know people that use mugs like that to eat cereal and oatmeal out of.
Cereal,
So,
soup, you name it.
Yeah. Oh
I
my
eat my
gosh,
ice
they're
cream out of them.
amazing. So
I would too. They're gorgeous.
We posted Alicia's website in the comments. I'll drop it on the screen here again in a little bit. We had it up already, but you have to go check out her website. Oh my gosh. I just looked at the Christmas shop and I was dying. I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to get that for this person and that for this person and that for this person. And I need them all for myself too, because I'm a mug junkie. So yeah. All right, but we need to get into our questions.
Yes,
We
yes.
do.
Can ask you. All right, so Alicia, our first question to you is, what is your superpower?
I'd like to believe that my superpower is to empower women and to uplift them and just help them make them feel good about themselves. I feel that that's so important for me. And I want to be able to share that light with everyone.
That's great. It goes right with what we're doing too. So
I'm like, wait, she's our tagline.
our tagline is empower, inspire, and uplift. So there you go.
Yeah.
That's
Absolutely.
amazing. Well,
Absolutely.
I would say your mugs are a great way to do it because, man, if I'm drinking my coffee or my tea out of that mug, I'm feeling pretty great. So that's awesome.
Thank you. It's actually a great time, while you're drinking your coffee or your tea, to recite your daily affirmations. And that helps me when I'm drinking my coffee, that I want total silence and I don't want anyone screaming my name or, none of the kids or anything like that. I use the cup as an art piece to recite my affirmations and just to take it all in and get myself ready to tackle the day.
Yeah, I drink my coffee when I'm journaling and I just write my affirmations out. I do my manifesting writing. So that would be a great time for me to drink out of your beautiful coffee.
Thank you.
All right.
Coffee's just not the same. And I do have a beautiful mug that another owl lover friend of mine gifted to me, and I enjoy drinking from this mug, but it doesn't have the bling that
I know, right? Feels so good. Okay. All right. Question number 2 is, what is one book, hopefully one book, not everyone can pick just one, but a book that has most influenced your life?
I actually have 2, and I have them here, and I want to share them with you. So the first one is called The 4 Agreements. And I've had this book, I want to say, probably for 27 years. And I carry it with me. I carry it either in my purse or I carry it in my laptop bag, because the one thing that I always refer back to is, and don't judge me right now. I have to go back. It's been a little bit that I haven't opened it, but it's chapter number 2, and it's being impeccable with your word. And that is one of the hardest things us as humans have to do. It's because it's very easy to gossip, unfortunately. It's very easy to criticize. It's very easy to judge. But when you are able to control your word and your judgment, that says a lot about you. So this is definitely one chapter that I always refer back to, which is chapter number 2, and it's to be impeccable with your word. And then my second favorite book, it's actually by Meaghan Murphy, and it's called Your Fully Charged Life. She is the editor of Woman's Day magazine, and I've actually become very close with her through Instagram. And so, she's got great little scenarios that she puts in her books and stuff like that. And what I love about her is that she turns a negative situation into a positive one, and it's almost like it teaches to reset your mind. And that's so important, because with everything that's going on right now, this is definitely something that you need in your life, the positive energy, and something to always refer back to, and I usually have like little highlights, little golden nuggets, as I like to call them. And, where I'm feeling, I need to if I need to not go down that rabbit hole, I just pick up her book and open it and just read a couple of pages, and I'm, snap myself out of it. So that's important.
I love books like that you can go and just randomly open up to any page and get a message from it. Some books you have to read, through
Yes.
to get the book, but those books that you can just pop open a page and read a few lines and get inspired. I love those kind of books. Nice.
Well, and we love the 4 agreements, because we just did that in our book club a few months back. And it's interesting that you bring that up, because so when I journal in the mornings, I always journal things I'm grateful for, things I accomplished the day before. And then I go through and I journal my affirmations and manifestations and all that good stuff. And part of those I write down the 4 agreements every morning. I'm impeccable with my speech. I do not take things personally. I do not make assumptions, and I always do my best. So I write them down every morning, because for me, there's something about writing on paper kind of solidifies it in my mind, and having it there every single day helps me keep that. And I will agree with you. Being impeccable with your word is challenging. No doubt about it.
It is because, it's easier to give into temptation.
Yeah.
Than it is to, stay on your course.
Yeah, it is for sure. Yeah. All right. Well, question number 3 is, what is your favorite way to practice self-love?
As cliche as this is going to sound, it's indulging in my morning coffee. I cannot begin to tell you how it makes me feel, just that first sip. And it's so funny, because the other day I don't frequent Starbucks too often. However, I do love my pumpkin spice. So I had one, and I noticed on the cup, it says the first sip or something like that. Mm-hmm. It had one of those. And I'm like, you know what? They hit it on the nail, because that's exactly how I feel when I drink my coffee in the morning. Mm-hmm. So that is my way of showing myself my self-love. And then occasionally I'll, throughout the week, I'll get a chance to put some lotion on after I shower.
That's beautiful, though, because what we had another guest I can remember. She was talking about, and she's not a coffee drinker, she's a tea drinker, mm-hmm. but it was the same idea. She uses the time when she drinks her tea to just have to herself, and she enjoys that so much. And it's that sipping on the tea. And she said for her, it's almost like a meditative state. Yes. So I think that's really incredible. And I do love a good coffee. So I'm right there with you on the coffee.
Yeah. 100%. And sometimes when we ask this question, people think that it has to be some big thing that we do. Mm-hmm. And no, it can be these simple everyday practices that we have, but just looking at it from a different perspective, and being present while you're drinking that coffee. And you're doing your affirmations while you drink your coffee. You're doing your journaling while you're mm-hmm. drinking your coffee. So, finding those things that we do every day and make them, spiritual, make them divine, like, because everything is. And so not
And if it
pushing it
makes you
all.
feel good, then that's all that matters. That's really all that matters. If it makes you feel good, if it puts you in a good mood, if it sets your mind straight, not everyone wakes up so happy and, happy-go-lucky. You know what I mean? There's some people that actually it takes a routine for them to start feeling that way, to start their morning that way. And so, I feel that, when I wake up, first thing, thank God for giving me another day. And then start immediately. I'm very big into manifesting. And that's actually helped me a lot with the business. And I've learned to be bold and to pray bold prayers. And it's shown me so much of what I can do, what I'm capable of where I'm able to take the business. I mean, I can sit here all day and talk about that.
No, I love that.
And I won't, but I can.
we're right there with you. Julietta and I talk about it all the time. When we talk about this podcast, we talk about it in very big ways and purposely. And yeah, I agree with you. And it's interesting when you brought up about, as I was listening to what you were saying about your time with your coffee, even for me, when it hits the afternoon, like I know a lot of people have coffee as like their pick-me-up in the afternoon, but mine is truly like, I enjoy my afternoon coffee because it's that moment for me to sit back and to like kind of regroup for the rest of my day and to reflect on what I've done so far that day. So yeah, it's definitely, I think you hit the nail on the head. For me, it's absolutely a self-love practice to have my coffee or tea because I go between both. So
I do. I enjoy tea also. My preference is, of course, coffee. But, definitely, I definitely enjoy a good cup of chamomile with some delicious organic honey, stuff like that.
Yeah. All right. Question number 4.
Yeah.
All right. Question number 4 is one that we actually found that a lot of women were really looking for some guidance and encouragement on. And so how do you find accountability in your life?
My husband.
Yeah, they have a knack of doing that, right?
My husband is very demanding. He's very loving, but he's very demanding, has extremely high standards, and he pushes me to be the greatest. He does, It's a challenge for me because I'm a Taurus and I'm very hard-headed Taurus. And he's a Scorpio. His birthday's on Sunday, actually. But he's very determined. He's very go, 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 go. Like the minute he wakes up, he's got a list of stuff. And, he's like, I have to do everything before I go to bed. And I'm the same as well. I just don't have 25 items on my list like he does, But yes, he holds me up to being accountable, to seeing the different side of it. He's definitely a reason, that's for sure. For sure. Because I can be very impulsive sometimes, with everything, with the shop, with the items that I'm going to put out, with all of that. And he's like, okay, well, let's take a step back and let's see, how do you think people are going to react to XYZ? And I'm like, I didn't think of that. So thank you. So yes, he's definitely my accountability partner. And he pushes me in a very good way.
Listen, that's what an accountability partner should do, right? So that's what she does. We always end up on different sides.
And I'm on the other side now.
I know. Like I was all used to pointing that way, and now I got to go that way. So yeah.
So I'm very fortunate to have him and to have him be the way that he is, and his passion. We do have other businesses. We're also into real estate. So, we have to divide we also have 4 kids. So we have to divide our time as equally as possible. And that's not necessarily the case all the time, because there may be days where we work on just Alicia and Boateng designs, and there may be several days that we only work on real estate, and we still have to focus on our family and just our alone time. I mean, you name it. I'm not saying anything that's not new.
Yeah. You know what though? The thing is that I find listening to you, and I know Julietta can probably say the same thing in the relationship she's in, is that I know for my husband and I, like, my strengths are not my strengths are not his strengths, and his strengths are not my strengths. And that's perfect, because you know what? I need him to have some of the strengths that I don't have, because
absolutely,
he's the one that kind of keeps me in check. And when I go into my frou-frou la la land, he's like, okay, whoa. He's like, reel it back in. You know what I mean?
Right.
But he's also very encouraging too, and would support me if I told him I wanted to go build a boat. He'd be like, okay. Like, he would just be like, all right, go for it, do it. But but at the same time, he does help to balance me. So I think that's really great. I love that you said that about your husband. So.
Yeah, absolutely. It's very important.
Yeah. All right. So it's time for our takeaways. Julietta.
What do I got?
What you got, girl?
What, like, while Alicia was talking about coffee and her mugs, I was just like so inspired by how she took something that meant so much to her in her life and made it into a business. And like, we can see her passion in her business, because these mugs are like the most fabulous mugs I've ever seen in my life. Like, there are no mugs more special than Alicia's mugs. And so
thank you.
Just like, it's so inspiring how you took that passion that you have, that love of drinking coffee, and then turned that into a business. So that's so cool. Kudos to you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
So my takeaway is that I need your mugs in my life. That's the bottom line. I'm like, I need them.
Well, my goal is to get my cups into every woman's hands.
Well, and so, we were
and
talking.
Some men's hands too.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
We were talking with Alicia before we went live, and we have ideas. We need her to make a goddess mug. So we're going to work on that with her. And Julietta needs an owl mug. So I may need a zebra butterfly mug. That's going to challenge you, because Zebra Butterfly is the name of my company. So I'll let you figure that one out.
Yeah, absolutely. Our spring collection, actually. We have some butterflies in our collection.
Oh, that'll be awesome. So yeah, I think your mugs are absolutely beautiful, and how they have not been in my life yet, I'm not totally sure, but thank goodness for Graciela for introducing you to us, and Julietta. And Graciela is like the woman, man. She just keeps coming up in our interviews, right?
She's amazing. She is amazing. She's such a people person, and she's such a great connector.
She's an amazing connector. Yeah. So, all right, Alicia, what is your takeaway?
My takeaway is, first of all, thank you so much for the opportunity, for sharing your platform with me, and for allowing me to share my cups and my passion, like you said, Julietta, with everyone. I think that everyone deserves something in their life that makes them feel good. For me, it's my cups. I hope I can share that with you guys. And yeah, I'm just thankful for the opportunity. I really am.
Well, we loved having you. This was awesome.
Thank you.
This was a great fun show. So thank you, Alicia, for joining us. I want to thank all of our listeners for tuning in. If you've liked what you've heard, please subscribe so you don't miss an episode. Follow, share. There's so many goddesses out there that need to hear some message that pops up on the show. And if you'd like to be a guest of the show, you can go to our website, VOTGpodcast.com. That's Voices of the Goddess Podcast.com. There's a form on there you can fill out to request to be a guest on our show. We'd love to have you, because we know you have something to say that needs to be heard by somebody out there in our audience.
Absolutely.
And if you need to, Alicia's website and all of our contact information, social media, all of that, you can find it in the show notes. And so connect with us and buy Alicia's mugs. Like, I feel bad. Like, this is probably the first one that we've been like really salesy, but these mugs are so amazing. You can't not sell them. But
I feel like every goddess needs one of these mugs. So
every goddess needs a mug. Wait for our goddess mugs that come out. So,
yes.
Goddess mugs.
I'm excited to work on that for you.
Oh, it'll be beautiful,
awesome.
I'm sure.
So I'm going to wish everybody out there a magical day.
Bye, guys. Thank you,
Bye.
Alicia.
Thank
this
you.
was wonderful.